Okay, YouTube. Now when we have our individual project for individual client created, let's run our Django web development server for the first time. How to do that? What is the command? Python manage.py, and you will use that a lot. Run server. Now this must be concatenated. When I press enter, observe what will happen here in the major directory. So enter, and okay, DB SQLite 3 is created, and we have status messages of our web server. Now we have system check identified no issues, so there is no need to silence any kind of errors or warnings. But we have some 17 unapplied migrations. Is that some kind of error? No, it's not. It's just the way how Django operates. Why? Right now you have server running on this IP address, localhost of course, and this port, and you can access landing page, but you cannot access administrative panel. So administrative panel is important when you are creating complicated services, and we will do that right here. We will not use it for our simple site, but I will feel that I'm kind of cheating if I don't explain that. So also please know that right here you will see your own requests to your web server, and let's see what's happening with our page, landing page. So there you go. Installation works successfully. Debug is true, which means that you will see all kind of errors, which is actually good, and there will be errors because we are developing things here, so errors are our friends. But I was talking about accessing administrative panel. So let's do that. Now the path key is just admin, and let's press enter to see what's happening. Basically nothing will happen because we didn't apply those migrations. So to activate our control panel, I will just kill our server here with Control Z or C, whatever, and let's just remove those errors because I don't want you to be scared by them. And now, how to apply those migrations? The thing is really simple. Just type Python manage.py migrate. It's simple as that. Let's press enter to see what's happening, but I want you also to pay attention to what's happening here in a major directory, Django directory. So enter, and in a split of a second, okay, this temporary database is created, and when everything is done, there you go. Now you have just primary database. What that means? That means that you can access your control panel right now. Those migrations are finished with OK, which is excellent. So let's run our server again with Python manage run server. Let's press enter, and the important thing here is that now you will be able to see what are you accessing, what kind of path on server you're accessing. Okay, that will be right here. So let's go to our landing page, default one, enter, and there you go. Let's check our status. See, this is first request, so everything is fine. Return is 200, but you don't need to know those status messages in detail by numbers. It's important here that you can just observe generally what's happening with your paths. Okay, so let's do that again for a couple of times. Okay, let me squeeze this a little bit on screen. Again. See, everything is working fine. Let's access admin panel with admin, enter. See, the path is different now. We are going to admin, login, and here's the question: what's the default password? Well, there is none. You need to create it. You need to create basically super user, because if you try with admin, let's see what's happening. Okay, we have error here and also error here. I mean status, what you are basically doing. So let's fix that. Okay, allow me a split of a second here. I think we are cool. So we will cancel our server just for a second. Come on, what's happening? Oh yeah, TLS. And what is the command here? So the command is Python again, manage.py and create super user. It's simple as that. So please do have this what? Create. Sorry. Do have this create super user concatenated here. Enter. Come on. So username, admin. Now I'm just gonna use really simple stuff here. The username and password, that will be the same because we are not talking here about about security. We are just getting things really simplified. So user admin, email address admin at some domain, I don't know, it's really not important in this case. Password, really stupid stuff, domain admin again. So automatically Django will comply that the password is too similar to username, that is too short, that it needs to be at least 8 characters, that is too common, and it's asking you basically, are you really that dumb? Do you want to bypass it, the security that we are providing? Yes, I mean, we are just testing here, so this will not go into production. But please don't neglect security when you are dealing with real stuff that will make money a little bit later. So what about bypassing security? Yes, enter. Super user created successfully. And of course, if we want to log in, we need to run our server again with Python manage run server. Enter. And in a split of a second, yeah, so our server is running. Let's access landing page. Cool. Let's go to admin panel. Admin, whatever, login. And there you go. This is default Django control panel where you can not just mess around with usernames and groups of users. You can also, when you're working with database, have all your tables here listed and you can operate on those tables. So this is really time saver. Now let's just briefly go through groups, what you can do. You don't have any at the moment, but you can add group and define what kind of rights that group will possess. For example, you can choose from this list, you can just choose individual things, or you can just say, I want this group to have all rights basically, and that's about it. But this is not objective of this tutorial because we are just trying to get that overall picture. So we will not work with this panel because that's an advanced topic. First we'll need to set our simple website and then we will deal with databases in next playlist. And of course users, you can add user here, username, password, confirmation password, and so on. Anyway, I think that's pretty much it for this tutorial. Just remember, because Django is absolutely great, in most cases, I mean 99% of the time you will have, even if you're doing drastic changes with your website, with your service application you're creating, still that Django web server will be working all the time. That's awesome, because the moment you save file that you have some kind of changes, that will be automatically recognized by Django, and you will see that here those status messages that Django is doing something in background. Anyway, so in this tutorial we're gonna talk about, we will create one HTML page, one route to that page, and one function that will call that template basically. So anyway, I'm gonna render and see you next tutorial.